As I said earlier, I intend to be a partner in securing a better future. We're going to be working, you're going to be working with the United States, and we're going to make sure that the Middle East is going to be a safe and secure place. It's a very important place in the world, means so much. There were so many people who said the Middle East, and this has been going for many, many decades. I've read it many times that World War III will begin in the Middle East. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. There was a time that you would have thought it could have, but it's not going to happen. There won't be World War III, hopefully at all, but it's not going to start in the Middle East. We're not going to have a World War III if we're smart. There'll never be a World War III.
So I'm going to stop it right there. All right, I'm going to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And Shalom to the 140 and 4,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah, the GMS Denver camp, coming at you with another lesson in response to what you see right here. A video posted by GMS Hawaii. All right, Yahweh Shemiah Shai, Barakatah, that elder out there in Hawaii. He posted this right here, and it's a speech of Donald Trump saying that there's not going to be a war in the Middle East. All right, and you got people out here tripping out about the whole hostage exchange, between Israel and Palestine. All right, Gaza and whatnot, thinking it's going to be a time of peace, man. And we already then went through this in previous lessons, but I'm going to go ahead and, go through it once more. But this time, I want to harp on the fact that World War III is going to happen. All right, and we're at the brink of it really getting violent, man. So without further ado, let's get some precepts. So here we have the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." All right, this is the time in which our captivity will be turned back. All right, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. Right now we're in captivity, and one main event is going to signify the end of our captivity is World War III. All right, and it goes on to say in the next verse, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat," or in the Hebrew, it's Yahweh Shaphat, and that means Yahweh's judgment, "and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." So that's right. You got the heathen over there in the land of Israel claiming to be the chosen people. All right. And they're not. They're imposters, man. So they're going to pay for that. Okay. And all the nations, all the heathens that have afflicted the Lord's chosen people, who are the Israelites, you're getting ready to pay. And you're going to pay in World War III. That's why the Lord is gathering the nations up over there in the Middle East to fight World War III, man. And Donald Trump can't sidestep prophecy. And they've been watching the prophets, man. He said, I've read many places that World War III will start in the Middle East. And he's trying to assure people that it's not going to happen. Look, man, you can try all you want to. You're not going to sidestep prophecy. This is written thousands of years ago. This is the Lord's will. You are going to go into World War III. And there's nothing that you could do about it. America, aka Babylon the Great, and actually all the heathen are going to be taken down in the midst of World War III, because that's when our Lord Yahweh Shai is going to show up as well. And World War III will be nuclear, by the way. All right, America, Babylon the Great will be completely destroyed and demolished in the midst of it. There's no saving this bitch. I'm talking about the whore that sitteth upon many waters, known as America in the scriptures. But yeah, these Edomites, man, they know that once they go down, they're going into captivity. All right, and they're gonna try to sidestep prophecy, man. That's impossible, man. But anyway, let's go ahead and get another precept real quick in regards to World War III. So here we have the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. I'm gonna read a few verses out of this, all right, because it's heavy Heavy chapter. Now, verse 1, it says, the word that the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai, spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. This is a future prophecy speaking of Babylon, aka America, Babylon the Great, as the scriptures call it. All right. Verse 2, it says, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confused, or it's like are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. All right. All right, continuing on, Jeremiah 50 and verse 3, it says, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Ain't nobody gonna be living here once this place gets nuked in the midst of World War III. This is the prophecy, man. This is the punishment against Babylon, aka America, who enslaved the Israelites and who made the world drunken off of its wine. When I say that, I'm talking about its philosophies. Verse 4, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai, their power. And that's happening right now. We're seeking the Lord right now, man. The elect of the nation of Israel are seeking Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai. Verse 5, they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai, in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. That's talking about us falling away from our heritage and who we are, and forgetting the names of Yahweh and Yahushai. All right, being led astray by modern day Christianity. All right, and all that other bullshit. But now we're returned to our resting place, which is Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. Verse 7. All that found them have devoured them. All these heathens, these different nations out here. And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, Yahweh, and the habitation of justice, even the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Yahushai, the hope of their fathers. Because they see Jake out here acting a fool in the earth, and they feel like they're justified in coming to, murder us and afflict us and all this. That's why you see ICE going in on the northern and southern kingdom here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. But they're going to pay for all that. Verse 8, it says, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flocks. That's talking about the prophets, man, the men. They're likened to the he-goats that are, leading the flocks, man, through the power of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. The true prophets are likened to the he-goats, all right? Namely, the men of great millstones, starting with Elder Apostle Tahar on down, all right? And those who come in the same doctrine of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushai. Okay, let me see 1 second. All right, now check this out right here, verse 9. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, and none shall return in vain. All right, none shall return in vain. What is that talking about? It's not talking about ancient Babylon. All right, it's talking about modern Babylon. All right, you see, ancient Babylon was not taken down in with a great destruction. All right, it's talking about modern day Babylon, aka America. The scriptures call it mystery Babylon. It's no longer a mystery. The Lord has revealed it unto us, all right, through the Holy Spirit via his servants, the prophets, that America is Babylon the Great, and it fits the description. All right, and you'll see. All right, everybody's gonna see. But yeah, man, it says those arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. That's talking about the nuclear missiles, man. Okay, that these nations have, getting ready to launch them over here to destroy America. We're just telling you before it happens. Donald Trump ain't stopping nothing. This is the Lord's will. Okay, so there it is. Many great nations are finna rise up against Babylon, aka America. All this peace talk is bullshit, man. I'm gonna read a few more, all right? Verse 10, it says, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai. And Chaldea, goes into America as well because of all this witchcraft. The ancient Chaldeans, all right, they were associated with witchcraft, all right, sorcery. Verse 11, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, all right, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls, all right, and that's these Americans, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? They boast themselves to be the richest country, the mightiest military, and they boasted in afflicting us, the Israelites, our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. They boasted in it. All right, they had statues. They had put up of, Confederate generals and different slaves. And, they took down the statue of Theodore Roosevelt, holding a Native American and a so-called Negro in chains, man. I believe it was at the Museum of Natural History is where it used to be at, and they took it down. All right, because they were proud and all that. Now they're ashamed. They're trying to cover up their tracks, but it's too late. All right. Verse 12, it says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. All right. So when it says your mother shall be sore confounded, that's talking about Great Britain. That's what birthed America. America came out of Great Britain, and the British, they're going to turn against America, Babylon the Great as well. All right. Here in these last days, everybody's going to turn against America in the state of Israel. All right. And this all prophecy playing out exactly how it's written, and there's no sidestepping it. Donald Trump or any of you naysayers out there. All right. Verse 13, it says, because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, Salakia. Excuse me. Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. That means completely desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Everybody's going to see the destruction of Babylon. All the nations that are afar off, they're going to witness the destruction of America, man. It's going to shake the entire earth. All right. Now, verse 14, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. Spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi Awashai. Okay, now check that out. This is talking about the nuclear destruction that's going to come in the midst of World War III, when all of America's so-called allies turn against it. All right, and even the enemies of America are going to shoot their missiles. All those who have nuclear capabilities are going to launch them motherfuckers over here to destroy America and the state of Israel over there, to clear out those imposters who have been terrorizing the world in wickedness. That's what's coming. The judgment of the wicked. Point blank period, man. And let's get another precept backing this one up right here. How the Lord's going to turn his, America's allies against it. All right, here we have Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right, Esau's being exposed in these last days for being a damn devil. All right, they're so wicked that they're against each other, man. You got the Russians over there, they're Edomites as well, but they're against the Edomites over here in the West. All right, they're against the Edomites over here in America, Babylon the Great. So on and so forth. Their kingdom is divided, man. All right, and they're exposing themselves. But anyway, verse 7, check it out. Here's the point right here. All the men of thy confederacy, right, all those that were, joined unto you, have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Now you see that there? This is talking about the allies of America turning against America. All right, because they're pretty much they're backing the state of Israel up, at every turn, and people are tired of the small hats, man, committing genocide over there in Gaza and whatnot. Everybody is turning a side eye to these damn devils, man. So it's gonna cause, the allies of America to turn against America, man. All right, they're putting everybody else in hot water, but what they're doing. Okay, but anyway, let's go ahead and get a precept on that. Actually, you know what? Let's get this in a new Living Translation. I'm gonna get this in a different translation, just so it could be more easier to read for you. All right, for those of you that have never came across this before. All right, so here's that same verse, Obadiah 1 and verse 7. I want to jump down to the NLT right here. All right, the New Living Translation, and it says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. That's the fate of America, Babylon the Great. All right, his allies are going to turn against him. They're already plotting to destroy this place, man. America has been nothing more than a big ass burden on all the nations of the earth. That big bully is finally finna get knocked the fuck out forever. Okay. Man, that's clear as day right there, man. So Donald Trump talking about ain't gonna be no World War III. They don't even know what the fuck is going on, man. But we do, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, because we're not able to be deceived by their rhetoric and their vain talk. All right, we know what the prophecies say, and the will of the Lord shall be carried out. Now let's get that precept that I mentioned on how, the state of Israel is pretty much turning everybody against themselves and America. Here it is right here. I had to bring this one out. All right, this is heavily prophetic right here. Jeremiah 49 and verse 20. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, that he have taken against Edom. All right. So this is clearly evident that the Lord is against you goddamn Edomites, you red devils. All right. You're getting ready to see your judgment. We're all getting ready to witness your fucking judgment. All right. Excuse my French. It says, that he have taken against Edom, and his purpose is that he have purposed against the inhabitants of Teman, right, who are Edomites, by the way. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. What is that talking about? We break this down all the time. All right. The least of the flock is a representative of those 1948ers over there in the state of Israel, who are stirring up all this commotion in the earth, bombing his own allies and whatnot. All right. Committing that genocide over there in Gaza. The whole world is looking at them, and they're going to draw everybody out into World War III. They're starting World War III, man. It's right here in the scriptures. That's the smallest tribe out of the nation of Edom. The least of the flock. That's what it's referring to. All right. So there you go, man. Prophecy playing out. There's no sidestepping it. Them talking about all this peace. They got something sinister planned, in the works. Because this devil can't have peace. All right, his blessing is to take peace from the earth, man. Let's get that in Revelation real quick. Hold on. All right, here we have Revelation chapter 6. I'm gonna start at verse 1. All right, it says, and I saw. All right, it's the vision of John the Revelator. All right, he saw the return of the Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, and I saw when the Lamb, all right, Yahweh Shai, opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. That's talking about Yahweh Shai returning in the midst of World War III to conquer who? These heathen nations. All right, and 2 Ezra 13 and the Apocrypha goes into this as well in detail, man. It tells you that, the nations will be at war when Yahweh Shai returns. All right. Come on, man. Verse 3, it says, And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, that represents Esau, the Edomites. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. That's exactly what's finna happen. All right. Esau's own sword is going to enter into his heart, man. That's in the book of Psalms. His sword being his nuclear technology. All right. He came up with the nuclear technology that's going to destroy him. He invented his own death. All right. And he was given the power to take peace from the earth. That's why he's always starting wars and conflicts and shit. All right. So he's not about peace. He can't bring peace. His gift was to take peace from the earth. All right. And the Lord's going to shut his ass down in this last world's war, which is World War III, the war of Armageddon. That's prophesied, man. Armageddon in the Hebrew, that word means mountain of troops. World war. Come on, man. So here it is right here. Since I mentioned it, I'm not going to read the entire account right here. This is the vision of Yahushua returning. I'm going to jump down to the point that I made, and how they're going to leave off from fighting each other in World War III. All right. To try to fight our Lord Yahushua. All right. This is end time prophecy. This World War III ushers in the return of our Lord Yahushua. All right. And he's soon to return. All right. Now let's jump down to about verse 29. All right. So check it out. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. All right. This also is symbolic to our deliverance. Verse 30. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. He's going to show up and they're going to be astonished, to say the least. Certain people are going to die just by seeing Yahushua when he returns on that huge so-called UFO with the host of heaven, which are the angels, man. Verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So the sound of battle is in the land. It's going to be all out war going on in this time. Verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen when I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. Yeah, Yahushua is coming from the heavens. All right. He's coming from the heavenly realm into this realm, into this world. That's how he's returning. And he's coming back for blood, man. Verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. So there you go. They're going to leave off from fighting each other in World War III to try to fight Yahushua in the air. All right. And what's his name? That damn Edomite, Ronald Reagan, the president, he had a whole speech talking about this, man. Talking about, can we all come together to fight an alien threat? If you know what I'm talking about, you know. All right. Verse 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. All right. So yeah, they're going to actually try to fight the Lord, man. And they're going to lose horribly. It tells you the Lord going to send out a blast of fire and obliterate their ass. All right. That's how it's going to go down, man. There's no sidestepping it. And World War III is part of this. Okay. Got to bring this for now. I got a couple more. We're going to close it. I got to get ready to head out. But this is Proverbs 21 and verse 1. Now it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay. So what is this talking about? It's talking about the Lord controlling the kings of the earth. He controls their minds. That's why he's the most high. Ain't nobody on this earth doing anything outside of the Lord's will. We don't have free will. We're all playing along to the Lord's movie. All right. He has the righteous set up, which are the Israelites, starting with the elect. He has the wicked, which are the Edomites, the damn devils that are stirring up World War III. Then you have the rest of the heathen that are also going to be afflicted in World War III. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is moving the chess pieces on the board, man. Donald Trump, Got a lot of y'all fooled, man. All right. But he ain't got us fooled. We know the prophecy. And the will of the Lord is to destroy you heathen in the midst of World War III, and to send his son Yahweh Shai back to rule in the kingdom of heaven, which will be on earth. All right. And to set up his people, the Israelites, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you Israelite foreigners out there. That's what's going to happen and nothing else. Okay. So let them talk all that peace shit if they want to, man. We know the true prophecy. We know what's going to happen. All right. False prophet Donald Trump out there running his damn mouth. You know, and it says the king's heart, meaning his mind, is in the hand of the Lord. You know, you could probably even want peace. Donald Trump, you know, they might even try to, you know, push for peace, but it's going to play out how the Lord wants it to play out. He's going to put a evil thought in the minds of the kings, and he's going to make them go to war. All right. You see what I'm saying? Your plans are going to be foiled, man. All of y'all that are hoping that peace is going to just ensue and ain't no World War III. Nah, man. All hell getting ready to break loose. Get ready for that draft. That's what you should be doing. Get ready for that draft. All right, Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. I haven't brought this one out in a while, but it says, man's goings are of the Lord Yahweh, by Shemi Shai. How can a man then understand his own way? Showing you that we don't have free will. All right, whatever's going on the earth, whatever men are doing, the Lord is controlling that. All right, even Donald Trump, he's being controlled. Vladimir Putin, all these leaders are being controlled, man, by the Lord. So who is Donald Trump to say there's going to be peace when the Lord has purpose for war to break out? I got two more, but I want to bring this one. This is Isaiah 46 and verse 10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. All right, that's Yahweh. His counsel shall stand. He declared the end from the beginning. Ain't no sidestepping it. You know what I'm saying? You can't go outside the authority of the Most High. You Edomites and lost your damn mind. And you bugged out ass Israelites out there that think that, you know, peace is coming. They want America to continue on. You out your damn mind. All right, you wicked Israelites out there, you wicked so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, praying to white Jesus, and that war don't break out. You out your mind. The Lord already purposed it, and he's gonna make sure that his counsel stands. The best thing that you can do is prepare spiritually, man, and seek the Lord while he may be found, in hopes that you'll be protected from all the chaos and calamity that's coming. All right, this is Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? And the answer is no, man. We don't care if you don't believe in the prophecies. We don't care, man. It's going to still come to pass, whether you believe it or not. All right. Verse 4, God forbid, yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. And Donald Trump is a liar. He's just a man. He's not the Most High. He don't run the show. All right. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. All right. So there you go, man. The Lord is true, and Donald Trump, you Edomites, are the biggest liars on the face of the earth. And that's being exposed in these last days as well. Isaiah 34 and verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord Yahweh by Shemi Shai and read. All right, what book is that? The Bible, man, including the Apocrypha. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. So what shall not fail? What is it talking about? It says no one of these shall fail, right? It's talking about the prophecies. Ain't not one of the prophecies written in the scripture is going to fail. Major prophecy is World War III. That's not going to fail. Okay, don't be fooled by these devils and their whole, song and dance trying to make everybody think peace is coming. Nah, man, war is coming sooner than you think. And I also want to bring out another prophecy that must take place, which is the RFID microchip being made mandatory, which is the mark of the beast. All right. That has to happen before the nuclear destruction comes. All right. So we're looking out for that prophecy to be brought forth as well. It will happen. The hour of temptation. All right. So everything is happening very, very quickly, very, very quickly. Don't get put back to sleep by these lies. All right. You see, thinking it's going to be all good and there's not going to be any more war. Yeah, right, man. Get ready for war. All right, here we have Revelation 11 and verse 14. I'm going to close with this. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third world's war, the third destruction. That's what's coming. All right. And it's coming quickly, man. This is what the scriptures say. All right. Don't be fooled by the lies of these politicians, these wicked Edomites. All right. On the media. We know that this light, all right, that this word is a light unto our path, man. A lamp unto our feet. Roughly paraphrasing Psalms 119, verse 104 and 105. All right, we know what's going on. The Lord, we know what's going on, man. We see through the darkness and the lies and the cover-ups because we have a more sure word of prophecy. World War III is coming. The mark of the beast is coming before that. Get your mind right. Seek the Lord while he may be found. I'm ending it right there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. A Kwam Yasharala and a Bob Abal. You devils getting ready to lose. Shalom to the elect.